Hey everyone, Epithemy here, and today's video was suggested in the comments by HappyKiller101, and he essentially wanted me to do a video on the challenges I faced to get all the way to my current rank of LEM. So that's what we're going to address today, and hopefully when I bring some of these things to light and explain ways of how to overcome these challenges, it can really help some of you out as well. So with that being said, if this does help you out, then be sure to hit that like button. 15 likes will continue to be our like goal, especially since you are all crushing the likes, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Your support's always so amazing, and I just love seeing your guys' feedback and love seeing that you guys are actually enjoying the videos, because I've really been enjoying them, especially when you guys have been suggesting them. Also, if you haven't already, then be sure to click the cue card up in the top right hand corner to check out my most recent video for my Zero to Hero series. Now, before we get straight into the challenges I had to face, I want to give you all some background from when I started playing competitive in CSGO. Now, I did have a general understanding when I first started playing CS and when I hopped into competitive, so I was first ranked at Silver Elite. I wasn't bottom of the barrel Silver 1, but, you know, I really was at the bottom, alright? I mean, it's still pretty bad, but I didn't play a whole lot of competitive CS. I really just played it for fun. I played casuals and source and things like that. And really from there, I grinded all the way to where I currently am at LEM. So I've gone through just about every single rank so far, except Supreme and except Global, obviously. And, you know, so far on CSGO alone, I have played a total of 1,500 hours about, and with this I've always tried to share things that I've learned and have helped me out when it comes to ranking up, and to really help all of you guys out as well, just because I mean there's a lot of things that I figured out and that I had to work on that I wish, you know, people had videos out when I was actually playing and trying to rank up. So with that being said, I'm going to start off with the main challenges I specifically had to work on. So the first challenge was my lack of aim and my lack of spray control. I had mediocre aim and spray control at best when I started out, and this is what made me try to find my perfect sensitivity. And at the time, I was using a gateway mouse all the way up until I got around MG1, MG2, and I had finally switched off the gateway mouse and got a Razer mouse. So at that point, I also had to find my perfect DPI along with my perfect sensitivity, obviously. And at this point I practiced or warmed up constantly in both the deathmatch, headshot deathmatch, community made maps, practiced my spray control, practiced my aim, practiced my reaction time. A lot of the time I just practiced and I just didn't even play like a competitive match. Like I just had a lot more fun practicing because I could actually tell that I was improving. And I really would practice until my aim felt on point and that I had better control of my mouse and could actually hit my shots. And even now I still practice constantly because my shot is nowhere close to being at like the Supreme level or at like global level, or, you know, let alone pro level. Now the second challenge I had to face was a lack in game sense, and the way that improved purely came from playing more and more and learning the maps and watching pros play the game and trying to mimic what they did and put it into my own play style and how the, you know, game was working. Now with the lack of game sense, I also had a lack of map awareness and where I was compared to my team, compared to the enemy team, who could see me, and because of that I got caught out a lot and ended up dying multiple times, and I finally got frustrated. And what really, you know, fixed that was just over time just knowing the map more and seeing the way pros played certain positions, especially the positions I played. Now the next challenge was definitely communication, and this does go along with game sense to some extent because you have to know callouts and things like that, and you have to know the map to know the callouts. But I wanted to put it in its own category because there are many ways that I, you know, helped improve this, and there are many ways you can do it in general, not just these ways that I'm suggesting to you and that worked for me. Now the major one for me was by watching pro matches and, you know, hearing casters calls and, you know, just seeing the way, you know, pros reacted to certain things. And the other was by playing the game and learning the calls as it came about. Obviously, you know, just the more you play, the more calls you hear, and, you know, the more you get to used to the map and know every spot. And the most beneficial thing to help with communication was the fact that when I was ranking up, it's not like it is now. People wouldn't give up. People would consistently talk and call out, and even when you were down and losing, people would still use call outs. People would still talk. People would still have a good attitude. And when they didn't, I always did my best to step up to the plate and start calling out strats or spots, and just trying to really get the morale going for the team and get the team to start talking. So that way, if my strats and my suggestions weren't working, maybe someone else on my team had better ideas. Now, another challenge I had faced was the lack in the use of nades, and I realized that I had always bought nades but never used them as often as I'd either see other people use them or I thought they should be used. So I finally started looking up smoke spots and flashes and Molotovs, and actually pushed myself to use the nades to my benefit rather than just relying on my own pure gun skill. And this honestly helped out tremendously. I found myself outplaying people. I found myself just playing more consistently and just playing better as a whole. So using your nades really does help. Now, I had also faced the challenge of kind of an inner battle with me getting mad so often, and that would throw off my game and make me make stupid plays, and also getting nervous did not help either. And this is actually a common problem many people had, and it didn't click to me that I shouldn't get so tilted until someone, either it was on a video or I had watched someone say it in game or just something like that, or some pro said it, and it was the fact that, quote, getting mad or upset only impedes your brain from actually learning, end quote. And in simpler terms, the way I took it was, if you get mad, you aren't going to improve. So anytime I'd take a deep breath and, just shrug it off and, just continue from there and just act like it didn't happen. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody messes up. I mean, you're not always going to win, and there's going to be people out there that are better than you, and you just have to realize that, and that's what helped out a lot. And as for getting nervous, it was the same thing. I had to hear someone at one point in time say, always play like you are 0-10, and that helped out so much. I wouldn't play so aggressive. I'd play back and wait for the enemy team to either make an opening or make a mistake, and I'd jump on it. And the more I played and the more I didn't get nervous, because the likelihood of me messing up may be 50-50, but everyone, as I said, makes mistakes. Everyone messes up, and there's always going to be people that are better than you, and also you'll most likely never play with the people that you just played with again. So it's not that really big of a deal. I mean, everybody wins some, everybody loses some. Now, I also came across the fact that I didn't have the best equipment for gaming and also YouTube, because I had been trying to do YouTube since I started, playing competitive in CSGO. And once I had upgraded my setup, not drastically, but more and more as I started to improve as well, because you could really only do so good with what you got. And the better I got and continued to learn, and I continued to upgrade my setup, such as like processors, graphics cards, monitors, keyboard, mouse, and mousepad. And actually right now for YouTube alone, I'm actually looking to upgrade my setup some more. So there's that. And I then struggle with my resolution right there, and finding all the right settings that would suit me. And that was really fixed through trial and error and playing as much as I possibly could and finding out what would fit me the best and what I was most comfortable with. And really overall, these are just some few of the main challenges I had faced when trying to get to LEM, and I'm still trying to get to global, and there are still things I have to change and improve on to be the best I can be when it comes to CSGO. And along the way, I plan on sharing anything and everything I can to also help any of you out. And the best way to improve in anything, not only CSGO, is to realize you are having trouble with something. Find the one thing or multiple things that are messing you up and find, what you can do to fix it. And everyone has different solutions, but I hope some of my realizations and solutions helped you all out. And if you are having the same problem, I'm sorry if this video is a little bit longer though, but I really hope some of these things helped you guys out if you guys are having the same problem. But as I said, I'm sorry if this video is a little bit longer, more of a ranty type video, and just more in depth of how I got to where I am, and just showing you guys the real side of, my whole thought process as I was ranking up and everything like that. I've gone back and forth through ranks. I've ranked up, I've ranked down many, many times, and, still trying to get to the top. But I really hope you all enjoyed it, and, I really hope it helped all of you guys out. And if it did, then definitely be sure to drop a like. And thank you, Happy Killer, for suggesting this awesome video idea. I had a blast making this video. And yeah, my name's Epitome, and I'll catch you all with another video next time.